My name is Blaine. I'm the founder of Progress Wealth Management. And if you're looking to simplify your financial life and make it easier to reach your financial goals, this video is for you. Now, Progress Wealth Management is an all-in-one financial planning firm. Now, what does that mean? It means that by working with us, you get access to a tax professional, insurance professionals, you'll get an estate plan, a financial planner, investment management. Long story short, it's a one-stop shop. You don't have to continue contacting multiple companies throughout the year, which means it saves you a lot of time. And that extra time you can end up using on other things other than your finances, because we all know how exciting to think about finances. Now, what do? Well, Progress Wealth Management, what we can help with first is tax planning, tax preparation. We can help you with managing your money. We can help you figure out your budget, your risk management strategy, meaning we can make sure that if you get involved in a lawsuit, it won't ruin your financial life and your financial future. We can make sure that if you need help with negotiating for higher compensation or verifying if you're paid appropriately, that's part of our annual plan. And a lot of people, sometimes they might end up having trouble with managing their behavior or their debt. We can help with that as well. It's all something that's provided at no additional cost to every client we work with. Now, my name is Blaine. I'm a certified financial planner. I've been in finance about a decade, and I've worked for some of the most well-respected firms in more senior level roles. I decided to start Progress Wealth Management because after working for all these different companies, I found all of them had a lot of the same deficits or deficiencies. Those deficiencies normally were they just didn't give their clients enough time, enough focus in order to make sure they were actually doing what's best for their finances and their financial future. I saw that as an opportunity for both myself to help people better and an opportunity to start a business where I can work with my clients and give them the time and the focus they deserve. Now, a common question I get is, why do we need a financial planner? Why would anyone need one? Well, the argument is that most people, they don't know how to budget. They don't know when to negotiate for more money. They don't really know if their CPA or TurboTax, more likely, has actually filed their taxes correctly. They don't know what a risk management strategy is. And they don't know anything about investing. If anything at all, stocks scare them. By working with someone who's a third party that's an expert, you can make sure that you're approaching each part of your financial life with accuracy, with thought. And as a result, you'll be able to focus more so on your family. You'll have confidence you're not making mistakes. And you'll also know that as a result of just doing what we tell you to do, your financial life will be managed better. That's worth a lot. Now, the key issues that we end up helping people solve is that most people don't know how to invest, what their budget should look like. And most people don't realize how much this is actually costing them. Now, needless to say, we can't tell you specifically without looking at your finances first. But the most important thing, the most important risk we need to remember is that if you don't know how to reach your goals, then you probably won't reach them. If you think, well, maybe I'll save $1,000 a month, that's probably enough to be on track to save a house, right? Maybe. Maybe not. Maybe it needs to be more. Are you willing to risk pushing back that home purchase 3 to 5 years as opposed to 1 or 2 years? That could be a big deal. Right? When do you need to go find a new job or negotiate a bit more? That's also could be a big deal. Now, when it comes to quantifying how much working with a financial advisor benefits you, the best we can get, because like I said, it depends on your earning ability, your goals, the complexity of your circumstances, and your pre-existing knowledge of financial planning. All these things can play a role in whether or not it makes sense to work with somebody like myself. But there are some studies that have quantified it. Now, InvestNet Capital Sigma, they've estimated that the quantified advisor value, the average, is roughly 2.93%. Morningstar Gamma, they estimate about 1.59%. Russell Value of an Advisor is 4.83%. Vanguard Advisor Alpha says 3%, and Vanguard Human Alpha argues about 5%. Now, the big difference in why there's such a huge spread between 1.59 and 5 is 1.59% is estimating the value of just having someone manage your money. This isn't including more complicated financial planning, tax planning, estate planning, risk management. Vanguard Human Alpha, it includes a bit more of that. Now, long story short, what's the point here? The point is everyone needs a way to ensure that they're doing things correctly given their goals, their circumstances, the risks that are prevalent to their finances, and their earning ability. Without this, your strategy to reach your financial goals is honestly based on a hope and a dream. So that retirement that you hope to have that's maybe earlier than 65, reaching that high salary where you don't have to work 60 or 70 hours a week and you're treated with respect, being able to grow your family and buy a house. If these are your dreams and you don't really have a way to make sure you can afford them someday, that's probably not good enough. You probably need some help. Now, when you work with a financial planning company like Progress Wealth Management, that's all in one. Normally, the process would require you to just send us a number of documents and meet up with us once a year for an hour. Sometimes people want to meet up with us more often than that, and that's 100% okay. Absolutely. As long as you have something important to talk to us about. And that's how we'll meet up as often as you want. But the main goal is to make this as simple for you as you can. If we can only require an hour of work from you a year, and as a result, you know exactly what you need to do to reach the financial goals you've got, grow your money at a rate that makes sense. That's better for us and better for you. I'm sure you'd rather spend time with your family than talking to people like us, as nice as we might be. Now, another big question I get is, what will working with a financial planning team cost you? Right? Because needless to say, this is a lot of stuff we do for our clients. And people want to make sure that the fee is appropriate. So, to answer that, if you want a financial planner at Progress Wealth Management to help you with both managing your money and putting a science and a process to helping you afford every single financial goal you have, it costs 1% of your life savings, investable assets that would manage for you, with a max fee of $15,000 a year. So needless to say, if we can grow you to 3, 4, 5 million bucks, you still only pay us 15 grand. We don't think charging our clients 30 or 50,000 a year is appropriate. I think that's a little too high. Now, as fiduciaries, you can trust that we'll manage your money to grow it as fast as prudently possible, given the goals that you've got and given your risk tolerance. Now, for people that are looking for help with just financial planning, our fees start off at $1,200 per year and can be as high as 5 grand. Now, the reason for the spread is needless to say, if someone's worth 10 or 20 million bucks, their finances are pretty complicated. Reviewing trust documents that can be 50 pages long, reviewing their taxes, which can be incredibly complicated. This takes a lot of time. We have to charge for that. Now, alternatively, if someone is a more common household, maybe $100,000 a year between a double income household, maybe a little more, $1,200 typically is a pretty affordable fee for them. And as a result, like I said, you'll be given specific recommendations of what you need to do in order to afford the financial goals that you have. So I'll ask everybody at the end of this now, what our next steps are. Now, if all this sounded like it made sense to you, all this sounds like maybe this could actually be beneficial, why don't we meet up? It doesn't cost you anything. And we're not trying to get every single client possible. We want the right clients. So let's meet up. Let's talk a bit about what we can do that would specifically benefit you. Let's talk through your finances, your taxes, your insurance, and let's see what deficiencies we can find, if any at all. And if we can find some, and maybe they're minor, we'll just give you the recommendations for free. And if they're major and it's going to require 3, 5, 10, 20 hours of work from us, we'll have to charge for it, but we'll make sure you know how much it costs and why we're charging it prior to. So I hope that this little bit of insight was helpful for everyone watching this today. I hope this gave you the insight into our process, what we do, how we do it, and how it makes sense for our clients. If anybody has any additional questions, feel free to email me at Blaine@progresswealthmanagement.com. Hope to hear from each and every one of you. Thanks.